So good morning, everyone. This is Danielle K. Howell, your online success coach from youronlinesuccesscoach.com. And it is a beautiful, beautiful Monday morning. I'm always excited to get on these calls. I always think about, man, what am I going to talk about today? Because I always have so much to talk about. And I'm always so excited to get on here and speak my message of freedom, speak my message of prosperity and abundance, because when you live in abundance and when you live in prosperity thinking, everything in your life changes. And that's what I want to talk to you all about today, how your life can absolutely change once you have the mindset to make it change. And so I want to give you a little bit of backstory, which I always do, kind of, sort of, tell you a little bit about me, just in case you don't know me, just in case it's the first time you're listening to one of my calls. Not too long ago, about 2.5 years ago, I was stuck. I was stuck in a job. I was a teacher. I was a New York City special education teacher, and I was working the Board of Education for over 7 years. I started out as a teacher's assistant, and I worked my way up to become a substitute teacher, went back to school, got my master's degree, and lo and behold, became the teacher, right? And all the while I was doing that, guess what, guys? I didn't want to be a teacher. I did not want to be a teacher. I always wanted to work from home. I always wanted to work for myself, but I just didn't know how to do it. And throughout the years of my life, for 15 years of my life, I was in network marketing, trying to make it work, but not really, right? Wanting to make it work mentally, but not really putting in the effort that it took to really, really make it work, because I didn't want to pester my friends and family anymore. I had done that. I burnt out my friends and family. I burnt out my warm market. So really, I was just going through the motions of life at this point and going to a job that I really didn't want to go to, doing something that I was not passionate about. Not that I didn't love the kids. I loved the special needs kids that I worked with. However, that was not my passion. I didn't want to wake up every morning listening to a boss. I did not want to commute in traffic every morning. I didn't want to leave my kids in after school every afternoon. I didn't want to sign my kids up for summer camp every summer, as opposed to so that I could get extra pay to work the summers, as opposed to me being home with them and doing what I wanted to do with them. I wanted to be home. I wanted to be on the PTA board. I wanted to be the mom to bring the brownies to school and to do what I wanted to do. I wanted to own my time. But a lot of times we want to do that, but at the same time we're nervous, because we're like, oh my gosh, if I'm not working, then what about money, right? What about money? How am I going to survive? The bills have to be paid. And guys, I know, because when I started my business, I was over $30,000 in debt. And most of that was student loans. I was working, living paycheck to paycheck. And I like to say I was living less than paycheck to paycheck, because lots of times we couldn't even pay all the bills with my paycheck, with our paycheck. Like we had to make a choice. Would we pay this bill? Would we pay that bill? And I know a lot of you are living like that as well, right? This is like the American, they call it the American dream, but really it's the American nightmare. Most people are living like this. So what do you do when you're stuck in that rat race, when you're stuck in that trap? What do? Do you go on and you follow your dreams and you say, you know what, screw it, I'm going to do it anyway, and then you fall on your face and you have everything pulled out from you? Or do you make a plan? So that's what I did. I started planning. I started outlining what I wanted my life to look like. That's what I used to do every single morning. So as we talk about how to become full-time in your home-based business, you want to think about, first of all, your desire. You've got to have a desire. Your desire has to be so much more than where you are right now. If you're comfortable in your job, that's fine. But if something out there more desirable than your comfort, if there's something out there, maybe more time freedom, more financial freedom, can you project your life into the future? Because that's what I did. I used to journal. I used to make vision boards. I used to do all these things. I used to sit down, meditate, and pray about how my life would be different if I was home. And I would put out there that this is what I wanted. I wanted to meet mentors. I wanted to meet people who were like-minded like myself, who already knew what to do, because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to start a home business. I had no clue. I had no clue. So today, as I was in the park this morning, I saw a horrible accident. Horrible. I didn't actually see it happen. I saw kind of the aftermath of it. And it was this van. I don't know if he hit the car or the car hit the van, but all I know was that the car was flipped on its side. The van, not the car. The van was flipped on its side. There was ambulances, police. I mean, it was like a real like a movie. Like, wow, how could that even happen? And I remember the days of commuting back and forth to my job. There were days when I've gotten into accidents. Have you ever gotten into an accident going back and forth to work? Have you seen accidents? I remember one time I was coming home from work. This is when I used to work at the post office over the bridge, and I saw them taking a dead body. There was an accident. They put the sheet over this person. I'm like, oh, my God, that could be somebody's mother. That could be somebody's father. So this is the things that we endure when we're commuting back and forth. We're rushing. We're rushing to get to work. We're rushing to pick up the kids. We're rushing to get to the meeting on time. We're in a state of rushing all the time, and we never know what can happen. We never know what can happen. You kiss your kids goodbye in the morning, and you rush off to work. There could be a possibility that your kids will never see you again. Now, I don't want to scare you on this call, but it's a possibility. So, and those things used to run through my mind. I would see it. I would see it, guys. I would see it. And I would feel like this is not what I want for my life, for the rest of my life. I've been at this job for 7 years. Is this what the rest of my life is going to look like? It petrified me, honestly, to say the least. It petrified me to go into a job that I was not passionate about, to speak to coworkers that all they wanted to do was gossip all day and talk about other people. I wasn't about that. I was about forward thinking. So I started running. I started running on my lunch hour so I wouldn't have to hear nobody gossiping. I wouldn't even eat lunch. And the days I would eat lunch, I would go eat lunch in my car. I started isolating myself. I started reading more books. I started doing things that projected my mind into the future. Why? Because at some point, when you decide you want more for your life, you're going to have to see yourself in that life. You're going to have to see yourself driving that new car. You're going to have to see yourself living in that new house. You're going to have to see yourself making the kind of money that you want to make without Uncle Sam taking his cut off the top. These are the things that we've been so accustomed to living that we don't know anything different. We want more, but we can't even see it. We can't see it for ourselves. So there are 5 things that you need to know in order to go full-time in your business. Now, is it going to happen overnight? Probably not, because this is something that you're going to have to practice, right? You're going to have to practice. Honestly, I practiced for a year before I was able to walk away from my job. I practiced this just about every single day for a year until I started seeing things manifested in my life. People started showing up in my life. Now, will it take you a year? I don't know. But maybe you're not in a bad situation like I was. I was in a pretty bad situation. So I had to change some things about myself. I had to change some ways of thinking. I wanted it, but I wasn't ready for it. I thought I was, but I wasn't ready. Now when I look back, I'm like, wow, no way was I ready 3 years ago, 5 years ago. No way. No way would I have been able to do the things in my home business that I can do now. I wasn't ready back then. Maybe you're more ready than I am. So it may not take you a year. But like I said, the first thing that you're going to need is a desire. You're going to really need to know what you want. What is it that you want? Why do you want to be home? Why do you want to run your business? Why did you get into your business in the first place? What drew you to the idea of having a home business? What drew you to that idea? What made you think that you could do it? And why haven't you stepped into it abundantly and confidently? You want to think about that. You want to write down your why, your desire, and why you have not already achieved your desire. Because now you have to kind of do some soul searching. You have to do some soul. What is holding you back? What is holding you back from really stepping into your own future? Because ultimately, a lot of us, we think something out there is going to save us and take us to where we want to be. But ultimately, You are the one who has the power to take you where you want to be and where you want to go. And when you start saying that you want certain things, people and circumstances are going to appear. They're going to appear to help you along the journey. But so many times we dismiss the people and the circumstances that come in our midst. We dismiss them. Oh, I don't know if this is the right time. I don't know. Oh, I got to pray about it. No, you already prayed about it. You already thought about it. Now it's here. And now you're shunning it away. Don't do that. So think about the things that you've asked for in your life, and then when it showed up, you were like, wait a minute, this is not what I wanted. And that could be either good or bad, honestly. So be very careful about your desires. Be very careful. Sometimes when you speak the wrong things into your life, they're going to show up. Be careful. The second thing you want to do, you want to have belief. You want to have belief, right? So first, you want to set the desire. What is it that you want? The second thing you have to do, you have to believe that you can get it. This is where your self-esteem comes into play. This is where your personal development comes into play. This is where your faith comes into play, right? You have to believe. You have to believe wholeheartedly that you deserve what it is that you want. Some people believe that it's noble to be in poverty. Some people believe that it's noble to always want for more and not get it. No, it's not. You know what your birthright is? Your birthright is to be rich, to be successful in whatever success means to you, to be abundant, be rich and prosper, right? That is your birthright. So if you're living anything less than that in your finances, in your relationship, in your home, in your business, in your job, if you're living anything less than that, you are not living up to your true potential, your true given birthright. So you want to start having that belief that you deserve every good thing that is within this atmosphere. Everything that's out here, you deserve to experience it, to travel the world if you want, to cruise around the world, to see different sites, to see different countries. You deserve that. And your children deserve it. And your children's children deserve it. If you don't have children, hey, your spouse deserves it. Your significant other. Whoever you are in this life with, who you're sharing your time with, you deserve it. You deserve it. So don't think less of yourself. Know that you were born with a purpose and you deserve it. Okay? The third thing you want to do, after you make the desire, you have the belief, you got to set the intention. Set your intentions every day. What is it that you're going to do, right? Why do you want this? Why do you want it? I've set this intention. My intention is to X. Maybe my intention is to quit my job in 90 days, whatever, right? I'm just giving you an example. This is my intention. And then you're going to say, why? What will this get for you? My intention is to quit my job in 90 days because once I do, I will have the freedom to what? To enjoy my kids, to enjoy my life, to pay off my debt, whatever, to travel the world, to increase my knowledge, my income, my skills. You want to set daily intentions, and you want to set monthly intentions. Write them down. There's nothing more powerful than the written word, the spoken word and the written word. You want to speak your intentions, and you want to write them down, because when you do, you can always reflect back. You can always reflect back to the written word and say, wow, I set this intention 90 days ago, and look at me now. I do that a lot. When I go back to my journals, I'm like, wow. I look at the stuff that I wrote, I'm like, man, God is great. Look at all the stuff that I've accomplished. Like, I look at it. The goals that I've written down, I check them off. I check them off one by one. I wrote down 20 goals. I've achieved 19 of them. Only got one more to go. I mean, it's a great feeling, guys. It's a great feeling. Don't dismiss it. Don't brush it off as if it doesn't work, because it does. I'm living proof that it works. 2.5 years ago, I was still at my job. Now I'm not, and I'm working my business full time. Every morning I wake up. Most ones I work at, commission notifications are coming to my email. Every $100. I mean, every day. What would that feel like for you if hundreds of dollars was coming to your email every single day? What would that do for you? I remember one day I was taking a nap. I think I said this on the last call. I woke up, so I just made another $1,700 in my business for that day. The day before, I made $1,500. It can happen for you if you set the intention. So you want to have the desire. You want to have an unwavering belief. Don't waver in your belief. And when you start to waver, get back to the focus. Get back to your focus. Get back to knowing that you were born with a purpose and that you deserve it. The third thing you want to do is set an intention every day, every single day. The fourth thing you want to do is know that you have a purpose, right? Your purpose. You want to walk in your purpose. What is it? Maybe you're here to help women. Maybe you're here to help homeless children. Maybe you're here to help, that's your ultimate purpose, right? So you work your business to gain your ultimate purpose. Now, don't go out there thinking you're going to change the world. You have to change yourself first. Most people start in a business, I just want to help people. That's great, but you got to help yourself first. You can't, even when you get on the airplane, right? The oxygen mask comes down. They say put your oxygen mask on first. Then you put it on the child or the person, or you help the person next to you. You have to help yourself first. Too many people want to change the world, and they don't even have, like my grandmother used to say, a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of. You got to make sure that your home front is taken care of first, right? It's nothing wrong with that, and it's not selfish, because you cannot help somebody else if you have not helped yourself. You cannot help somebody make money in their business if you haven't made any. You cannot help somebody become a full-time home business owner if you are not. You cannot tell somebody, I can help you do this, I can help you lose weight, I can help you make more money if you haven't lost weight, if you haven't made more money, if you haven't done it. You have to make sure that you have reached your goals first, whatever they are, and then you go out there and help people. But you have to have a purpose that's bigger than yourself. So step one could be, I'm going to make $10,000 a month. When I do that, my biggest purpose is going to be to help other families, 100 other families, make $10,000 a month. You have to have a purpose that's bigger than you. So because it's $10,000 a month, it's going to allow me to open up, a store or whatever, a nonprofit organization for this cause. This will help me to donate money to this charity, give more to my church, whatever it is. But you have to have a purpose for your business and a purpose for your money and a purpose for your life. It's not just to live high off the horse. It is to use it for a purpose, right? And help yourself first before you try to help change the world. And the fifth and last thing you want to do, you want to take massive action. You want to take massive action, aligning with the right people. Like I said, that was something that I used to write down, that I wanted to align with the right people. I wanted to meet mentors. You're going to need a mentor. You need mentors. You cannot run your business alone. Yes, this is going to be your business, but you need someone to help guide you. Make sure you're on the right path. You need a success blueprint. You need some daily modes of action. What should you be doing every day to ensure that you are making money in your business, that you're generating leads, that you are, on the right track? You need that. You need someone or a couple of people to make sure that you're on the right track. You need a community that you can have support from. Very, very, very important, because the ones who do not engage in a community, they fall to the wayside. Why? Because working a home business, if you let it, can be lonely. It can be lonely if you let it, but it doesn't have to be, because it's the most freeing thing in the world. I get up in the morning, I go walking, I go to the gym, whatever. I come back. I meet people all over the world via the computer. But then I go to events. Right, I go to events. I'm always in my online communities. It's very, very important. And that is one of the reasons why I have the success that I've had, because I've been able to connect. I stay connected, and you want to stay connected no matter what. Do not disconnect yourself from the community of people that can help you along this journey, because honestly, this is a journey. It's not a destination. Success is a journey. So whatever success means to you, if it's making more money, once you make that amount of money, you're going to have another goal to achieve, right? After you do that, you're going to have another goal. It's a journey. It's a journey, but it's the most rewarding journey ever. You get to own your own time. You get to make your own money. You get to help other people in the process. You get to do things that you've never done before. You get to travel the world. You get to do and be and have so much more than what average people are experiencing. Average people are going to work every day, wishing for more. Meanwhile, you have the ability to really create more for yourself if you listen, dive in, and take heed to the people who show up in your life and don't dismiss it as a fluke. People show up in your life for a reason, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And it's up to you to discern who you are supposed to have in your life based on where you want to go in your life. All right, my friends, so that's it for me today. I hope this call was informative for you. I hope you resonated with it. You can listen to the replay on my SoundCloud. I'll be uploading it soon at Danielle K. Howell. I want to wish you much, much success. If we're not already connected on Facebook, please send me a friend request, Danielle K. Howell 1 with the number 1 behind it. Look forward to meeting you, connecting with you. And as the great Zig Ziglar says, you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start in order to be great. And I hope each and every one of you get started on your road to freedom. Take care and have a great day.